So this is the Helliepod Fort Lauderdale edition. We are at the Del Mar beautiful hotel, and they have kindly let us use one of their restaurants. The Sparrow Rooftop Bar is one that if you are ever down here, you should absolutely check out. Stand by. You good? You good?
I'm good.
Stand by. We're fiddling with the mics. We're getting this all situated here with first ballot Hall of Famer Warren Sapp. I have not seen this man in a long time. Now, what he does is he is always watching. That is one thing I have realized. He will pick out an Instagram story where I send something from the makeup room at NFL Network with me and LaDainian Tomlinson just being silly. And he'll be like, what are you boys doing? You're always watching, aren't you, man?
Listen, man, y'all my family, baby. If I don't watch it, hit you on the hip and let you know that I'm watching, then the rules don't apply. You know the rules we ran about, baby. We're going to make good TV.
I love it. And we did. We made good TV for a long time. Mm-hmm. And that's the last time I saw you, that Super Bowl in Arizona. And I get asked all the time, what's Warren doing now? What are you doing to keep yourself busy? I know because I follow you, you do a whole hell of a lot of fishing.
Well, that's the relaxed part, but my 20-year-old son and the 22-year-old graduate kid in Mercedes and Warren keep me pretty busy too. So, I mean, you gotta make sure you're watching the babies and make sure they're on the right track. And I do get out and about and get me a little fishing in there, and then I get a call every now and then from the guys that want to go out and bounce around and do a little work. So, I stay busy, but not too busy. I don't have a schedule anymore, Dan. I don't have to check the emails. Thank God.
That is nice. So I called an FAU game this year.
Okay.
I see your son's name on the roster. Did not know that.
No.
Like he was at FAU. Is he still there? Things going well? What's his situation?
He got his championship ring. We had dinner the other night, and I brought my 2 championship rings out too, and my Hall of Fame and my 1 championship ring. I didn't have my UM ring with me, so the legacy is in good hands, no doubt about it. And we're finna see, because they're back working out right now, and hopefully we get get this COVID under control, and we can get the kids out there running around, because I can do without baseball and basketball, but without football, you're gonna have a real madman on your head over here.
I don't think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna have a full regular season.
Listen, let's just pray on it, baby, because the numbers that Florida is spitting out right now, I am afraid for everybody.
I know. I saw you tweeting about that today. And, it's there's gonna be a spike. I mean, listen, We've seen what's been going on in this country right now. It's inevitable that there's going to be higher numbers. And by the way,
no, Dan. Let's not play the politics. Let's do this off the rip.
Okay, let's go.
Because it ain't more tests. If I give out more AIDS tests, that don't mean I'm gonna get more AIDS infection. You understand?
Sure.
Just because you're passing out a test don't mean you get more A's or passing grades. You get what you get. And then we had criteria that said we were supposed to be on a 14-day downward decline. Because the only thing I do is look at New York, Connecticut, any of those states up there that was hit like a brick. Hard. Shut it down. They cleaned the buses. They cleaned the subway now. Now all of a sudden, because we're in the hot sun, we going to say Florida's good? No. We are where people come to vacation. We were the first case when somebody jumped on a plane, a JetBlue flight, and flew down here to Palm Beach County. We were the first one with that, with somebody flying to the state with COVID. So let's not play like Florida is not going to be this hotbed. So let's make sure the numbers are going where they're going. They fired a lady because she didn't want to delete the numbers. Now she has a dashboard of her own up because she built it. She done rebuilt it. So now no one said a word about this woman, because the numbers are the numbers. Only in the state of Florida where numbers lie. Only in the state of Florida where you have an election where Volusia County, one section there is minus 15,000 and we're counting votes.
Where they disappear.
Only in Florida where the numbers don't make sense. But the one numbers I'm looking at right now, we've 2,000 just yesterday.
Yeah. 2,000
new cases. Come on, come on. Let's lock it back down. Let's make sure it's safe, and then let's come out. This don't make no sense. There's 20 states with numbers that are rising. Numbers don't lie, except in Florida.
When you say that lockdown term, that's when people start getting queasy.
Oh, really?
That's when people start getting queasy.
Well, how about a highly contagious disease that'll kill you and your children, and you don't know who has it? What? And then people don't want to wear masks. Like, you got to go in the store to wear a mask, anywhere in Broward. I walked in the store yesterday to get myself situated with a little adult beverage.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Especially
Yeah,
these days.
hey, a little daytime drinking has gone to an all-new high.
I can't remember a day that I haven't had a cocktail.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Daytime drinking's at an all-new high. I love your COVID beard too.
Oh,
That
thanks,
thing
man.
look good.
Been
You look
working.
good.
I've been
Oh,
working
that
on it
thing
for a
look good.
while.
That thing look good. I'm gonna send it to the mother-in-law, see how she like it, because you know I always get the word by Dan
PG
Helly from
County,
mother.
I
You
know.
already know, baby. They watch Dan Helly. So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm walking the store, and she's walking in. And I cracked the door. I said, yo, you gonna need a mask to go in there. Well, of course, she plays like she don't hear me, runs right to the
Right.
front. I cracked the door. I said, baby, you need a mask to be in the store. So she covers herself with a. So I go to the back of the store in the corner and just stand there and watch this. And then the guy behind the counter is playing like he don't have the sign on the door says no mask, no service. The lady proceeds to walk out the door. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, baby, just go. You done already did what you needed, just go. So she walks out. I'm at the counter now. I'm making a purchase. Guess who's coming back in the store?
She is.
Without a mask again?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if we're not going to protect each other, this ain't going nowhere. Except, I mean, we're talking about 116,000 people dead. The president walks up in front of just a press conference a minute ago, doesn't say one word about 116,000 people dead.
Here's my thing, Sapper. I think about the numbers are massive, but I also think about when I'm watching, I'd watch the local news every day. I would try not to be like immersed in it on social media.
Oh, no,
It's
it'll kill you.
It's so much.
It'll kill you.
But I watched the local, the national news every day, and I would see the numbers. And it was the same stories, and it was over and over, and I kind of stopped watching. And so I'll be honest with you. So
You become desensitized.
I have,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And when things opened up in California and the beaches opened
Oh,
back
you
up,
were
I
happy.
said,
You were happy.
I said,
Oh,
thank God.
let's go.
I said, thank God.
But no.
But I
You
get
can't
both
go without
sides.
caution. You can't go without both
So,
sides.
well, so let me ask you this. What's the right thing to do for football and for universities
Oh,
first?
no. Don't make me do that. I am not about to touch that because I heard the University of Miami saying, we're going. And this was a guy that used to be in the World Health Organization. We're going. And then I saw the other day they had something about signing a waiver. What?
So if a student goes back to campus, student athlete, signing a waiver and just releasing the university from all responsibilities. That's what you're saying? A waiver that would do that?
That's what I read. You didn't see
I don't
that
know.
one?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, I saw a
But
waiver.
it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't
Oh, that
surprise me.
does. That really
Really?
surprised me. Because we all know that on a Saturday afternoon, everyone in that college stadium gets workman's comp if they get hurt, except the players.
Yeah. No, it's a good point.
So I mean, don't
So-
tell, but for me as a parent, you're asking me as a parent
Sure,
to sign
absolutely,
off.
yeah.
That's crazy. I told my son, if a waiver comes anywhere near you, you call me immediately. I'm on my way to the school. Right now.
Is he working out at school yet?
Yeah, they're there.
Okay, so they're there.
It's voluntary.
Right.
But I mean, I can't leave him at the house.
Right.
You got to give him some interaction, and if we're gonna go about this, let's go about it with a football team. And then I know how many people are there. I know normally the linebackers run together, the receivers run together. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a
Yeah.
little group, so they shouldn't be more than 15, 20, and then they're dividing them up into different, workout groups that, spreading it out a little bit. It's just a different way to us approach it. I mean, Pat Jernigan, my old trainer, is up at Ole Miss with Lane. I mean, you should see the drills that he has set up. I mean, it's something new for us until we find
In
a way.
terms of like
The
spacing
distance,
out and
yeah,
social distancing.
space that we are. And then my homeboy up there in Apopka that does his training with his kids, I had to get on him. I saw his post that he had the kids out there working. I said, yo, let's spread them out. Let's spread them out now. Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, we just forget about it because now we're back to
Right.
what we want to do, but now we just have to do it in a smarter way for the
it's a
safety of everybody.
It's a great point.
That's
No,
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just adjust what we're doing. Like when you go to the store, you need a mask. And now Publix has one lane. You go up or you go down. That's a damn mistake for me because if I want that aisle and
I
it's
know.
right there,
And you gotta
You gotta
wait.
go out. No, you gotta go all the way back around.
Well, especially when people are lined up, because they have those dots on the floor now, and
Oh.
they'll generally be down an aisle, so you can't.
No, there's just arrows. There's
Yeah.
only one way, and then you just got to do it yourself as you shop. So
It's one-way traffic. So how many? What's the right number? What do you have to see as a father and a fan now of college football, or the NFL for that matter?
New York numbers.
Number of fans in the stands. Like, where do the numbers have to
No.
be? Nothing.
I want to see New York numbers. I want to see. You see New York's
Tanking, yeah.
Man, they are squashing it. I'm talking about New York strong. If we learn nothing else from the greatest city we have on earth, so great we named it twice, they squashed that curve.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought New York was a deathbed. I remember I was finna fly to New York on February the 29th, leap day, because my man had my nephew up there. He was gonna have his birthday. I was gonna take my son with me. We was gonna have a real good time. And I said to myself, I said, if it's anywhere, it's in JFK.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if it's in anywhere on earth, it's in JFK. And it just started snowballing from that point. And New York's crushed it, but no one else is playing. I mean, we playing a crazy game. Why can't we do it?
It's been
New York is the densest place, and they did it. New York.
Yeah.
New York don't listen to nobody. You got to give New Yorkers a reason why they're doing anything.
They locked down. That was,
Listen.
and that's the difference is I think a lot of people around the country, that was like a war zone up there for a long time.
It's either that or a dead war zone with a bunch of bodies laying around.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
You saw the trucks roll up to them hospitals.
But when you are living that, and it's not just a TV show, it's not just the nightly news, but you're there and you're living that, and you know people who are going through that, then you're like,
we all did.
But
we all did.
It didn't hit other
you
places.
You don't know nobody that
as
died yet? Or
I don't know.
it?
I know somebody that caught it, but
nobody that passed?
He just lost his He
lost
just
his sense of smell
for like 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, young, healthy guy, and no pre-existing conditions, and he was fine. But
losing your sense of smell and taste is a
no. It was
thing.
just smell, but it was for 2 days though. You know, that's.
I mean, just imagine that, Dan.
Yeah, that's true.
Dan, just imagine going without your phone for 2 days.
It's like an appendage. It's like you lose.
Now you lose your smell and taste for 2 days.
Well, it's better.
Can you imagine three hours?
It's better than the alternative.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The intubation and all of that, and hoping you come back. Yes, but let's not wash off losing the sense and smell.
No, Val. No, understood. I could go 48 hours, but
what? I can't go 2 days, 2 minutes without my smell and taste. Are you kidding me right now? That's 2 of the 5. Yeah. I'm on my way out. I'm 3/5 of a man.
It's such a weird year. You have COVID, and then we're going through a time like I have never seen in our country in terms of racial inequality and the protests.
You just haven't seen it with your own eyes.
I haven't.
That's what it is.
I mean,
that's the difference. Because if you remember back in the 60s, when Martin Luther King and them were peacefully marching.
Sure.
And Bull Connor was sicking the dogs and a water hose on them, no one gave a damn until the TV cameras came and showed it to them. And then everybody in New York went, what the hell?
What's going on down there?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, this is the same thing that black people have been saying for generation after generation since the 60s, since SWAT in Detroit, since Wilmington after the Reconstruction. If you look at the 41st Congress, there's 7 black members on that Congress. There's more in the 41st Congress than there is in the 117th, as we look at senators and the different things that go on. So, there's been progress, but no one's been listening, because brothers have been saying this for years. Mm-hmm. We've been getting pulled over, jacked up, beat, swatted, stepped on, everything in the streets. And no one said a word. And then you look at the police unions. I mean, this is the thing that really opened my eyes when Minnesota's city council did a 9 to 4 veto proof. No, veto proof, because we've gone through the changes in the leadership. We've heard the promises that it's going to be something changed. Man, you watched Rodney King in 1991. Sure. When 6 officers from 2 different departments came in, beat this man, and went to 2 different departments and wrote 6 different stories and walked. Tamir Rice, this is the one thing that always irks me, because I'm a father of 3 boys. When does a 12-year-old child go from being cute to dangerous to where you pull up in less than 2 seconds and shoot him dead? When I was a kid growing up, you know what my 3 older brothers told me? Mm-mm. Never run from the police, because they will shoot you dead, because they don't like running nor paperwork. And with your ass dead, there ain't a lot of paperwork to that. 2 things the police don't like doing: running and paperwork.
When you grew up, those were real conversations you had with your brothers.
You damn right.
About the police.
You damn right.
About when you get pulled over.
Oh, 10 fingers on the dashboard, turn the inside light on, because he's normally coming up with his gun drawn.
Right.
I got to diffuse him. I got to de-escalate this. I got to take it down to a 2.
Right from the jump.
Oh, I've had him pull up on me and shine the light. What you doing with your hands on the dashboard? And I look over because I want you to go home, and I'm planning on going home to my children too. Is that all right by you? And then they look at you like, like I ain't no killer. Right. Shit me, you ain't. Look, you better check the Blue Lions record, buddy. Went from fitting the description back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Fit the description to it came to he went for my gun. Now you're a trained officer with your gun in a holster and all the other trinkets and good stuff you got. I'm gonna go for your gun? What's the odds of me getting it and using it against you? You know, 70% of the people that have a gun in their home get their gun used against them. So you can get all these stats when you're a criminology student. You get to touch the real stuff because it lays bare right out in front of you. Most of the people with a gun in their home, they can't use their gun against somebody coming into their home. But me, as a regular civilian, getting pulled over by the police, now I'm gonna put in my mind that I'm gonna take this man's gun from him. It's so preposterous that it makes no sense. Fitting the description was one thing because we know all black people look alike. Let's don't play that game. I mean, come on. So they went from fitting the description of killing us to he went for my gun. The guy that shot Walter Scott in the back as Walter Scott ran away from him wrote in his police report he was reaching for my taser, which we know ain't a weapon. It's not a deadly weapon
well,
at all.
It's almost like you don't even have to be reaching for the officer's
No,
taser.
you just have to be
anything near your own waistband.
You just have to
like
be in a position to where he feels like I'm gonna kill you.
Well, what makes it better? How do we make it better now? That part of it. I didn't realize you're a criminology major.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time reading a lot of damn books.
What do you do? Do you, in your mind, is it defunding the police unions? And I don't love the term defund.
No. You say that, and it scares a lot of people because you want to be able to call 911. Because the worst thing in America is white fear. Don't ever get the white man afraid because, like in Tulsa, Greenwood, they burned 50 acres. Like in Wilmington, North Carolina, they changed the whole political party. You understand? Mm-hmm. Do not ever get them to where, and it was about the white women then. You know that, fear the white man, you know, we after your women. That's what it was. Right. Now it's now we want to take your place. You see what I'm saying? But the white fear part, that's what we got to take out. The lady in the park, Karen, that called me, I'm going to call police and tell them. Yeah, I mean, where does that grow? At home.
At home.
At home. This ain't about something when you get outside your home. Let's go in the home because that's where you can hide and say all the racist shit you want. Mm-hmm. All the N-words, all the I drove up the road, one cut me off, all that. That's where it is. When we talk about it, let's not sugarcoat it. And when you see a spade, let's call a spade. Let's not try to find a reason why, he took the cop's gun from 2 of them. Oh my God, he must have been vicious. One thing I know, if you wake a man up out of his sleep, that's one ornery bastard. I don't give a damn if he's Latino, Cuban, or whatever he is. You wake a man up out of his sleep that was having a good time and I went to go get me something to eat because I was drunk. That's the thing that bothers me too. Like the blacks that are on the side, he just fell asleep. No, he was drunk in the damn drive-thru. No doubt about it.
You know what the devil's advocate will say, though, in that situation.
Okay. I'm listening to the devil's advocate.
Had he not run.
That's always the shit. Don't resist.
Right.
So now let's go to Floyd.
Well, there is no devil's advocate.
So where's the devil's advocate?
There's not
With that going on in America, you decide you're going to shoot this man in the back as he's running from you. Where is the imminent threat to you? That's why you're a trained professional. I'm not talking about the scared-ass doctor or lawyer or the accountant that's on his couch and never had an encounter with a black guy unless it was at the softball game at the company damn thing. I got that. You know, the shit that kills me is the devil's advocate. I got a black friend. I'm not racist. I got a black friend. I got a guy I play softball with. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got a guy that I go down at the local Goodwill and me and him help, donate shit. That's the shit that, you get coded in it. I'm good now. I voted for Obama twice. Really? You were really going to vote for Sarah Palin and Mitt Romney, a Mormon? Really? I mean, a brother has to be twice as good. He was twice as good as both of them.
To your point, I feel like more people are listening, and I feel like the greatest thing I can do, and you said this earlier, is just raise my kids the right way.
Home training. When you call a spade at home,
right.
Your child will go out and do. Because if you put a 2-year-old white and black kid together in a daycare, they'll play like nothing. You saw the 2 kids run together when they would come on the New York street.
Yeah.
They don't know any better until you teach it.
Right.
Until you teach it in your home.
It's learned.
Oh, it is taught.
Right.
It is taught, it is learned, it is perpetuated, and it is concealed. Concealed. Because we heard the rumblings when Barack was in the White House. You lie, tar baby, attack Michelle every chance they get by what she looked like, what she wore. He wore a tan suit and all hell, the world was going to end. He put his feet up on the coffee table in the White House and we need to change the furniture in this.
I don't remember that, but I do remember the tan suit.
Oh no, putting his feet up on the furniture was a big one too.
Was it?
Because you know they always showed the bottom of his shoes because he had the same pair of shoes, so it was on the coffee table. He got his feet on the furniture in the White House. Really? It's the people's house and he's the people's choice. You can't put your feet up on the coffee table? Good God Almighty.
It's people's house and it's his house.
No. It's always the people's house. It's not his. He's the people's choice to occupy
No,
the house.
I get that.
No. Any president, Bush, this the people's house. You are the people's choice to occupy that house. Bill Clinton, you are the people's choice to occupy that house.
But it's like you're renting a condo. If you're
no, you ain't renting no condo. We pay for you to sleep there. We pay you to sleep there.
He should be.
You rent a condo, you pay me to sleep there.
You should be able to put your feet up.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
but because it was a brother, everything was something different. Who yells you lie from the Senate floor and then go fundraise off of it?
Well, that's in my mind, that's part of the problem with our system and why it's broken. Is because you're always fundraising, you're always campaigning, you're never fixing. You're always thinking about the next election. It's too much.
No, you're scheming. You're
Yeah,
scheming
of
to put the
course.
people in power that gave you the money, get them back the money.
Constantly.
Yeah.
And when you're in Congress, it's every couple of years. It's not even every 4 years. So you're moving. You know, you don't even have 12 months where you can just say, all right, let me focus on getting all this shit fixed in my district. You're thinking about getting reelected. You're thinking about who's funding your campaign.
Fixing nothing. They joining coalitions to not do work, to do nothing. Congress ain't did nothing.
It's far too long.
Ain't did nothing.
I am going to have to turn this to football because I think we've been talking for
Don't worry
30
about it.
minutes
That's
about
why
other
it's
stuff.
all in the editing.
I love it. So I don't know if you've heard any of these, but I like to focus on rookie year, a little bit about college. Obviously, you know that. Well, we all know your background, but you know, growing up in the APK and Apopka,
yes, sir.
You were a multi-sport athlete.
Oh yeah.
You were a hell of a swimmer.
I had to make a choice then when I got to high school. I either swam and did the band, or I played football.
That was it? Swimming and band or football?
Yeah, swimming, the band, or football.
And you did play multiple positions in high school in football.
Outside linebacker, tight end, and I punted.
Didn't kick, just punted.
I was the backup. I was the emergency kicker for the Bucks too, behind Martin.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, Rich Versace told me that. If I ever need you, you're the man. I said, what? He said, I even got that square toe for you. You know I'm a head-on kicker like Tom Dempsey.
Like, and Mark Mosley back in the day, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mark was barefooted, wasn't he?
No.
Straight on with the toe, with the flat fall? Yeah, that's right. 26 in a row, right?
My Redskins,
yeah. 26 in a row.
Yeah. MVP.
Yeah.
Only kicker to ever win MVP.
Only kicker, yep.
So take me through the recruiting process. How did you decide on the U? Who else was in the mix?
Now, we got a whole different party going on now, because you got to go through a clearinghouse and the Texan and all of that. I used to get those letters back in the day. You remember those letters used to come to your house, and we had a nice little dirty clothes basket.
Yeah,
that was
shoe box,
dirty clothes basket.
Well, you needed a big, I had
a nice pile. Nothing like my brother's pile, but I had a good pile. So it was 3 Florida schools, and then Bobby Williams, who's over at Alabama with Nick Saban, he convinced me to go take a trip to Michigan State, and then my high school tight end coach, Bill Long, went to Ole Miss.
Okay.
Well, Mississippi State. He went to the Bulldogs, Mississippi State, and that was going to be my 5th trip. So I go to Florida first.
Yeah.
Me and Steve Spurrier hit it off. Shane Matthews walk in the room and say, I'll throw you 6 balls a game. You might have to make a play on 1. I said, what do I sign? I'm ready to sign right there.
So you're playing tight end?
Oh, yeah. I'm 225 pounds.
Okay.
I'm ready to go to work. Shane Matthews and this funny gun. What? Kirkpatrick had just caught 66 balls. And he wasn't as fast as me and couldn't touch me on a what? What? You crazy. I'd run circles around Kirkpatrick. So
that was the first visit?
First visit. I'm finna sign my national letter of intent right then.
Right.
That happened and I didn't go down. the guy's dead. I can't tell the story. I'm sick of telling the story. But it was a situation where my mom made the call. My mom backed me out of the football office. Just backed me out of it. No.
Where?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, I'm finna sign.
Oh, but she didn't want you to go.
No.
Okay.
That's what she said, no, and backed me out of the football office.
Why?
One of the coaches came out that was gonna be my specific coach. And he came around the corner and he said, hi, ma'am. My mama said, no. And backed me out of the football office. That ended my visit at Florida. So the next one I went to was Florida State. And when I got there, Bobby Bowden badmouthed his 2 tight ends that he had on his roster.
To you?
In my face, to me. He was like,
okay.
Listen, son, I need you here because Lonnie Johnson can't catch a cold butt naked in Alaska dripping wet. And Warren Hart is a fat F. I said, and I'm looking at him, and I'm in his office, and I just sit back in my chair, and I look around the great Bobby Bowden's, office, because, I grew up in Orlando.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
every Sunday, the Bobby Bowden show came on. Every Sunday, I watched the Bobby Bowden show. There was no Jimmy Johnson show. I was not a Hurricane fan. Not even a little bit.
You grew up with the Noles and the Gators, like being in Orlando.
No, I didn't do the Gators because Gators were always on probation. So they had the Galen Hall and the Charlie Pell show,
right.
but
okay.
Bobby Bowden, they were winning, the stadium,
Right.
It rocked. Doak Campbell, Herb Gainer going down the sideline, you know what I'm saying?
That was what you grew up with. That was your youth.
I mean, I wanted Bobby Bowden to say, I met that boy's mama from Plymouth, Florida, and she's a good old lady. You know how he used to talk about from Pascagoula, Mississippi, he may see that boy's mama after the game.
Yeah.
And I wanted that. And I watched him badmouth these 2 players, and I looked around his office, and I thought to myself, I said, what happens when I'm the damn junior and the hot new freshman comes in here? He gonna talk bad about me too? So that left me a bad taste in my mouth. And then he wouldn't come visit my house. He told me, I'll go see your mom at the elementary school that my mom worked at, Phyllis Wheatley. I'm like, you wanna come sit on my mom's couch? And Dennis Harrison came and sat on my mom's couch.
Really?
Drove from the airport, him and Coach Smith, up 441. I told him, drive up 441 until you see the girls side, because we had a little go-go outside for the truckers. I said, when you see the girls side, you pull over right there and you call the house and we'll come get you. I didn't think he was coming. That's how crazy it is. Dad, I didn't think he was coming.
Why?
I mean,
you just figured he's gonna
come
blow
on,
it off.
come on. There's no way Coach he finna fly up here to Orlando, get in a car, rent a car, and drive from the airport, which is about 30 miles from my house, to my house. So I'm at the high school watching Keisha Brown play, the point guard, homecoming queen, that one. You call payphones back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Payphone.
We're showing our age right now. So the payphone ring. So the janitor squeeze snatches it. Yeah, hold on. Stop. What, squeeze? Your mama on the phone. Like, my mama? You gotta go get right now.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, Mom. This man sitting on my couch. Where you at? Who's sitting on the couch? This Erickson man. Hold on. Hung up. Yo, come get us. Let's roll. We gotta go.
How far away from home were you?
4 miles.
4 miles.
The high school. It was at the high school. I wasn't far. Down the back road. Pulled up. I covered the living room. Coach E's got a big damn cup of tea. Smith is on the couch with a big cup of tea. My mom sitting at the couch, and they all looking at me. Really? I say, Coach, I don't even worry about it, Warren. Me and your mom been sitting there having a beautiful conversation, we finished that visit. Y'all gonna come down this weekend, right? Yeah. Coach E goes back, go gets on the flight. We go down to Miami. You gotta convince Mom, because, the McDuffie rides and all this, it was just a couple years removed.
Right.
So And another ride, not only in McDuffie, it was another ride in like 89, 90 too.
See, I don't remember those.
See,
much.
but that's my Florida route.
Right.
So shit, they had Miami on the cover of Time magazine, dangerous city in America or something like that. You know, like
Yeah, I do
Miami
remember
Vice,
that, yeah.
all of that, you
Yep.
know, dope, Al Capone, Scarface, all this. So I gotta convince her that
From little tiny Plymouth,
Plymouth,
you're going down to
I'm going to Miami.
Yeah.
Two things. Miami's not in Miami, and Dr. Anna Price, the academic advisor at the University of Miami. Dr. Price, thank you very much, baby. She convinced my mom that, oh no, I'm gonna make him go to school. I'm gonna make him go to class. And that Miami is 15 miles up there. You ain't got no car for him, is you? Mama, no, he ain't getting no car. Well, he ain't got to worry about it. The Metro Rail don't go but nowhere but to the flea market. He won't go there but twice. You know, she done broke it all down over here. I'm like, she had lost her mind. I'm gonna be all in Miami. She like, but you get to school and there's no reason to go to Miami.
Yeah.
It's Coral Gables in college life. There's no reason to go to Miami. You got to go compete with everybody else that got a job. Everybody on the college campus is broke.
You might sneak over to the Grove for a minute.
Oh, no, we definitely go to the Grove because that's where they built the Tutu Tango and Dan Marino's had a bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Thursday night, baby. Coconut Grove, boy. Oof.
I cannot imagine going to college.
Cocoa Walk, that's what it was called. Cocoa. They built
Walk?
Cocoa Walk. Oh, my God. Thank you, Cocoa Walk.
So you have a tremendous career at Miami. You enter the draft in '95.
Mm-hmm.
It is well documented that you fall to the 12th pick. I won't make you go through that whole story.
Nah,
over
we
again.
always say that alarm clock went off.
And you are picked by the Bucks, who are coming off 13 years of 6 wins or less. Now, it's a home state team.
11 straight double-digit loss seasons.
Yeah, just terrible. They were just a terrible, in terms of winning percentage, there weren't many that were worse in the NFL.
Oh, no. I don't know any that was worse. Maybe Indianapolis?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. But it was bad. But the thing about it was, the first year we had signs that was going to be all right. We was 5-2 in the famous words of Sam Weiss, God bless his soul. But the last 11 weeks, we were 2-7. So it kind of
Is that how he would say it?
Oh, he said 5-2.
He did.
5-2.
I've never heard that
Oh, I
before.
swear to God. Look
What's
that
wrong
up.
with old 5-2?
5-2.
5-2.
5-2. You know, he was from that part says you are
Yeah.
what your record says, and it's
Oh, yeah.
5-2. So, you know, he's being, you know, because he was supposed to be a genius. But, you know, there's a thin line between genius and madness.
Always.
He crossed over it 3 times a week. 3 times a week. But good guy that, you know, put some good thoughts on a lot of people's head, but just maybe too many things that we were doing, and we weren't doing them consistently. But when Tony Dungy walked in that door.
Could you feel it, that things changed?
It
Or
was
did
structure.
did it take you a minute?
No. The structure was there, but now you just got to get the Jimmys and Joes, because it ain't about the X's and O's.
Yeah.
Once you build a structure, it's about the Jimmys and Joes executing and holding everybody accountable. Because when I first got to Tampa, nobody was holding nobody accountable. It was how much money you made. How much money you make this week? How much so did? Dog, that's all we're gonna talk about, money. That's why when me, Brooks, and Lynch got control of the locker room, 3 things we didn't discuss: your money, your old lady, and your kids. Everything
right?
else is on.
And DB came in with you. Lynch was already there for
Lynch
a
was
year.
already there, and then Hardy was the leader of the group because
Hardy Nickerson.
he was the heart of the defense. So we magnated to him because, you know, he had the, you know, Bible, you know, he had the Bible and everything, so we didn't have to worry about, you know, him being out late at night.
Right.
I was gonna be the one out. so you know, we had a pretty good structure. You know, we had some good clean-cut guys, and then we had the little renegades on the little side.
So he had to check in on you guys.
No, that was my roommate, my
Hardy
rookie.
Nickerson?
Oh my God, Sam Weiss gave me him. That's one thing I do thank Sam for, was giving me Hardy. Hardy made me read the collective bargaining agreement. Hardy was a name complainant in the Reggie White case that gave us free agency. Hardy could never be franchised.
I did not realize.
Yeah,
that.
Hardy was he used to call himself a hired mercenary. You got money, I'm going to hit for you. He was something special. So, I mean, I got that old school, you know, that real old school, because he told me about the time that he was negotiating with Mr. Rooney, the old man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When there was 28 teams in the NFL. So, trust me, the stories that he used to share with me, so we all magnated to him because he was a warrior. And, you know, he had the commercial, too, with Dennis Hopper.
I don't remember that.
Ooh,
Hardy did?
El Drago.
I don't remember that.
Ooh, like Bruce Smith, Bad Things.
I gotta
It was
look
a Hardy
that up.
Nickerson, yeah. It was a Hardy Nickerson one. So we looked at Hardy like a god. So I mean, he worked and we went at it. But Tony gave us that structure, and every week we used to call it the dummy reel on Monday. Oh man, who's on the dummy reel? You know, like we work on this all week long. And Tony had a great way of what were you thinking? The first question, whenever he stopped the tape, what were you thinking? That was his first question to you. Not what are you doing? I mean, you don't understand. What were you thinking?
Did everybody always have an answer, or were sometimes guys just stumped once they see it on
Stumped.
film?
Oh, you know this better than anybody. When you talk about alpha males, all right, I'll give you a prime example. A DB one time. We was playing the Minnesota Vikings. And you know, Tony, that's personal, Minnesota Vikings, you know. So we in a knockdown drag out. It's 7-6.
Okay. Defensive struggle.
Oh, NFC Black and Blue Central Special, baby. That was the Black and Blue division for a reason, baby. It got ugly. Ooh, some ugly games. But here we are in a 7-6 game, deep in the fourth quarter. It's about 7 minutes on the clock. No, 10 minutes on the clock. And they're coming off their goal line. 3rd and 7. You know the West Coast offense, 3-by-1. Backside slant, right?
Yeah.
They start out in a 2-by-2 set. He stops the tape. Floyd Young's in the back of the room. I said, oh, Lord, this ain't going to be good. Because we just played the game last night.
Right.
We're in here on Monday. It ain't even the afternoon. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, you ain't had 12 hours to digest this damn thing. And you going to be telling me you don't know what this play is?
Right.
We watching the whole game. We're
just there. We just lived.
They're up 7-6. If you make this play, you can pick it off and run it back, and we're up 13-7. Really put them in the pickle, you know, like put them out, not even kick a field goal and get up 9-7 and try to win it like that, like we had to try to win the championship game. You know, this is years of building that we get to this point. So, Floyd, what are you thinking? 2-by-2. The hell are you thinking 2-by-2 for? Just because it's on 2-by-2? I look at Brooks look at me and say, bah, he grabbed me. Oh, because you know I'm finna go off. Because we just lost this game, and now we trying to go through why we didn't make the plays, and we want to understand. And he asks you what you thinking, and you say 2-by-2? I look over, I say, ain't gonna be 2-by-2 for long. So Tony hit it. Floyd, what are you thinking? Instead of just saying, Coach, you know, lay yourself on the mercy of the thing.
Right. I screwed up. I blew it.
Oh, no, it continues.
Oh, really?
Oh, it continues. Well, I was, just lay on down. You know he's gone in a week.
How does Dungy, he played the game. He's a player's coach, I guess. He's also an incredibly smart coach and thoughtful coach. But he's so laid back when he comes to.
He ain't.
Is he not? See, that's what I didn't see.
He's not. One time we're in the meeting. This was on me. We're in the meeting, and Monty Kiffin's in the front of the room, and he's nitpicking.
Monty is? Or
yeah, he's
Dungy
nitpicking.
is?
But that's what you got to do with your best players. You got to nitpick.
Right.
If you don't nitpick your best players, then everybody
Trying
else
to make them
drops
better,
down.
right.
Yeah,
Tell them what they didn't do well, not what they did. Yeah.
But it was a bad play to nitpick.
Because it really wasn't that bad.
No, it really. I mean, I'm giving you everything I got.
Right.
I just was a little out of shape at the beginning of that year, but I'm going.
Right.
You know. So he's nitpicking, and I said, that's all I got. I said, what? No, I said. He said something like, I want you moving or doing something, and I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, the voice of God came out. 9-9. We expect better out of you. Yes, sir.
Dungy.
Over. Conversation over.
Wow.
Over.
What year is that?
98. We had just built the stadium. It was the first game of the year playing the Chicago Bears. I remember it like yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's your third year,
Second year with Dungy.
Second year with Dungy.
95, 96, 97, 98. It's my fourth year. Third year with Dungy. So 96, 97. Yeah, my third year with him. We had just came off the playoff run.
10-6 in 97. You
Yep. We had just came off the game with Green Bay with me and Brett Favre. Come back the next year. I'm out of shape. Got a brand new $36 million contract. Ooh.
You had a fun summer?
I had a wonderful summer. You find everything to do with that kind of money,
I'll
boy.
bet.
$8 million, boy, you find everything else to do except go work out at the job. Boy, but I came back the next 2 years with a vengeance. Defensive player of the year in 16 and a half.
No, you did.
So that's the lesson that you learn, you know what I'm saying? And Tony was real good at teaching. That was his best thing. And outside of just being a great coach and a smart man, he was an inspiration. I mean, when you're talking about the life that he lives and the kids, the wife, and everything that goes on, I mean, it was almost like disappointing your dad.
Right.
You never wanted to be that one on that tape on Monday. And if he was, you want to lay down and beg for forgiveness. Because he's taught us all week long exactly what to do. That's why it hurts so much at times not to bring him a championship. I mean, we played some great games underneath him, but what me and Gruden share, that championship, there's nothing like that.
But how was that when Gruden came in? And that was a big deal. Oh. That was a big deal at the time. Did they trade away a couple of first-round draft picks for him?
2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and $8 million.
For Gruden, who was the hot coach in Oakland, he comes over, and you guys loved Dungy. I mean, you loved him. Yeah. So was there, I don't want to say animosity, that's not the word I'm looking for, but was there a reluctance to accept Gruden when he came in, or was this just the logical next step for you guys who hadn't been over to get over?
Oh, no. We were going to evaluate him like we evaluate everything, like Tony told us. You get what you get. You make sure you check it at the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he came in, and you want to hear the funniest part?
Sure.
Al Davis asked for me too.
In the trade? I didn't know that.
And the Glazers said you can have it all except Warren.
Really?
We'll give you all 4 draft picks and the $8 million, but you can't have Warren. That's why I love the owners. That's why I love the Buccaneers to this day. When they told me that, when I got ready to go in the hall, yeah.
Has that ever been out there before? Is that?
Oh, it's
out there?
It's known.
I did not realize
known.
that. Well, I guess if you're the Raiders, shoot for the stars, land on the moon, right?
Al Davis came back and got me 2 years later.
Yeah. No,
got on the phone and was like, he's not hanging up until I'm a Raider, so trust me, it's what it was. So I used to go in Gruden's office every morning at 7 a.m. and sit with him from 7 to 8.
Watching or talking, or both?
Talking. Basically watching, because if you walk in his office, it's jet black dark and you see nothing but a computer screen and he's doing this.
He's just typing up notes.
He's typing the 120 plays he's about to run and everything else, and that blitz with the Sam, and I want to check that too. He's going 101 miles an hour. And I used to watch this man work. And then we went out on the practice field, and the first 9-on-7, I'll never forget it. Brad Johnson is our quarterback. Mm-hmm. So what's the last play you expect to be ran in 9-on-7?
Bootleg?
Quarterback naked boot, too. Who's he going to outrun?
Nobody.
Faked it, ran naked boot. My ends crashed in.
Where was Simeon Rice?
Crashed in. Brad is down the sideline like Dion. You know he's bow-legged, needed.
The only thing he has in common with Dion is being a Seminole.
No. And he had his hand behind his head. So he's going and so I look at him, I say, I can't even yell at my quarterback because that's my quarterback. I'm going to go to the head man. Who? Me and him ain't had one of these, so why not right now?
Right.
If you scared, say you scared. He looks at me and said, they've been running boot up your ass for the last 5 years. I looked at Simeon and I said, you got boot? Greg Spires, you got boot? I said, the rest of us, let's go. I mean, it was a challenge every day that he would attack the number one, the great. You're so great, give me 9 touchdowns. That's what he challenged us with.
9 defensive touchdowns.
9 defensive touchdowns. We scored 9.
Did you really that year?
2002 championship. I'm walking Dwight Smith out of the end zone after he ran back his second interception for a touchdown. And they say the Super Bowl MVP. I'm like, the Smitty. We laughing. It was like Dexter. I'm like, ooh, we gonna have some party tonight with Dexter, boy. Dirt Rule gonna go loose. So I pushed the white off of it. We laughing about it. I go up to John. I said, that's 9, MF. Give me my hat. Because I knew he had one tucked underneath his back. I said, give me my hat. Give me the hat. Put my championship hat on, and there it was. We scored 9.
Wow.
We scored 9.
What was it about that year, that team, that time? Why were you due?
John? Because nothing against Tony, but Tony would never demanded what John demanded of our offense. Only thing Tony wanted of our offense was don't turn the ball over, punt and play D. We'll put you in position to score. We just got to make that one play. I mean, I remember him breaking down the San Francisco game almost to a T. that we were going to get Merton Hanks to bite on a play-action pass and get called the truth over the top of it. And it happened just like that. We scored a touchdown. We beat San Francisco, 13-6, 13-7, something like that, the opening game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that man used to break down games and just put it right in front of you. I mean, the mindset that he had was so great, but we had to play so perfect to be able to play that type of football. And John, oh no, I'm going to attack somebody. I got a platinum cock too. I want to pull it out. That's what you always talk about. We ain't just a defense around here. I want to pull it out and walk around too. I'm like, come on, John. I'm serious. I mean, he challenged us every day. I mean, every drill he'd attack us, 2 beaters, 4 beaters. I mean, he'd come after us and we'd have to be up to the challenge. He kept us on an edge that was right for the time. It was really right.
Well, you could do that then. Can he do that now in Oakland? Do you think he can keep the guys on the same edge?
You know what? As far as an offense, I think so. But you need a defense to go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing. Like, the one thing that Rich Gannon didn't have, like people always talk about, oh, Sapp, y'all had their whole offense. I said, name me 4 people on that defense.
That's a good point. I'm trying to rack my brain right
and
now.
And there's 2 first ballot Hall of Famers on there.
Well, Charles Woodson.
And Rod Woodson.
And Rod, oh shit, Rod was still playing too, that's right.
Bill Romanowski is on that thing.
Yeah.
Eric Barden, Napoleon Harris, I know this. And Dorsett's kid was in the back end.
Anthony,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Anthony was back there, but you couldn't name nothing up front. I just know Reagan Upshaw because I raised my kid. You know, that was my guy. Big Grady. You know, them guys ain't making no plays. Come on, man. Them guys were living on Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and the GOAT.
Mark Salin?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
The GOAT, Jerry
the
Rice.
GOAT.
Holy Toledo. And then they had little Charlie Gardner in the backfield if you was
By the way,
playing too deep.
Tennessee.
Oh, he'd break you off and he'd gone.
I was
Oh,
in
yeah,
school.
Brooks missed him one time in the Super Bowl, and Rich Gannon was a little off and put it behind him, and he missed it. Brooks went, oh. I went up to Brooks and said, please, Jesus, don't lose him again. Brooks said, I'm sorry. He said, boy, you look quicker than I thought, man. I said, boo, don't lose him, Brooks. You lose him, we gonna have a long night tonight, boy.
He was special. I think he's one of the more underrated players.
Oh, way underrated. Him, that Westbrook kid like that, you know.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian was like that in the backfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, go hard all day long.
Were they 2 of the hardest to tackle?
Nah, Barry Sanders. When
When
you play Barry Sanders twice a year and he ran an 80 and an 82-yard touchdown on you in the same game, you learn real fast. You learn real fast.
I want to get into post playing, but first we have to take a quick break. I want to tell you, Warren Sapp, about our presenting sponsor, Vuori Clothing. VUORI clothing.com/Helliepod is where you can get 20% off today. You're going to get a free gift pack that will be coming to you within the next week, and you're going to love it. I just need your sizes.
Oh, yeah, you get all the sizes you want, because I know you be looking sweet. that one thing my dog, Dan Helly, do look. He looks sweet when he come out.
I will take care of my guy, Warren Sapp.
Thank you, baby.
They have these great shorts, the core short. They have a liner, so you can just slide and you can sleep in them, you can work out in them, you can fish in them. They also have the bank shorts, which I really like. They got some suits, and they have great workout shirts. They got hoodies.
You keep all the suits. You keep all the suits.
Yeah, swimming suits, not suits, like swimming suits.
Oh, I thought you know,
Yeah. Bathing suits.
Trunks.
Yeah, like board short type
board
things.
Shorts, okay.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
Yeah, we don't need suits.
Suits?
Come on, man. It's 90 degrees down here right now.
No, but you said suit, and you know we do suits.
Yeah,
Well, used to.
bathing suits, which are board shorts. But anyway, Vuori, VUORI, clothing.com/Helliepod. Been wearing this stuff for a couple of years. Been involved with him on the podcast the last few months. Love their gear. Invest in your happiness now.
Ooh.
Get some Vuori clothing.
Ooh, invest in your happiness.
How about that read?
I like that.
It's a mid-roll endorsement read for
like
Vuori.
that.
Love that gear.
Ooh.
So you go to Oakland. You have a nice 4-year run there. But Oakland's a different deal, isn't it? It's not. The organization.
Dan, that might have been the nicest description of my 4 years in Oakland that I've ever heard. I won 15 games in 4 years. I didn't lose that bad in Oakland. I mean, in Tampa, and they had 11 straight double-digit loss seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
What was the biggest difference besides the losing? Just in terms of, I'm talking about organizationally. You hear these stories about the Raiders not being able to pay guys sometimes, deferred payments. There's.
Thank God that never happened to me. No.
So you got.
No. The one thing that Oakland was different about Oakland, it was a one-man show.
All out.
The Al Great Davis. The great Al Davis ran that thing like Al Davis wanted to run it. I'll give you one example. I was sitting in the hallway when I first got there. It was me, Rich Gannon, Jerry Rice, Charles Woodson. I'm standing there, this is the quarter team, quarterback, receiver, and the DB. Now I'm in the front working with Charles. Let's get it. This, us four.
Right.
All of a sudden, they just scrambled off. I'm like, where did they just go? Mr. Davis come around the corner. I said, what the? Hey, Warren. I said, hey, Mr. Davis, what's going on, baby? You wasn't around here by yourself just a minute ago. I think I heard a couple other people. And I'm looking like,
They just skedaddled. Gone.
So after me and him have us a nice conversation, this, that, whatever,
Right.
Mr. Davis always had a good story. I mean, he had the best stories.
Oh, I'm sure.
Always the best. I go back in the locker room and I'm looking for these three. I'm like, what the? Like, no, you couldn't smell him? I'm like, what do you mean? Then about 2 months later, I'm like, I can smell him. I mean, oh my God, I can smell him. You can smell him coming. You smell him coming. I mean, but other than the great stories from Mr. Davis, him running the place, and Derek Brooks knocking Rich Gannon's fifth vertebrae into his sixth in the third game I play in Oakland versus the Bucks. That's what happened.
I didn't remember that.
I didn't have a quarterback anymore. I played the Bucks, beat them 30-20. Brooks knocks my quarterback out, and the revolving door starts.
Who'd you have come in? Refresh my memory. Who were some of the quarterbacks during that
The
4-year
toughest
span?
screw to ever do a turn at Shawshank, Mr. Andrew Dufresne. Andrew Waters from Arizona State.
Andrew Walters.
That's when I realized Musi Asatopo, Kerry Collins, Aaron Brooks. It was bad.
Tui Asatopo, I forgot about him.
Yeah, Tui was there. Tui was there. Tui was already there. Tui was Rich's backup. Then they brought Kerry in. Then they brought Aaron Brooks in. Then Andrew came in after a draft year. Somebody drafted him. Big old 6'5" kid. This is when I decided I was going to retire. We went to Seattle. Played Monday Night Football. Had me some all-white Jordans. Oh, yeah. I'm finna do the Michael Jackson on Monday Night Football, baby. Because I know Mike Holmgren's finna throw this thing. He always spread it out. Seneca Wallace was the quarterback.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm busting Seneca Wallace, hitting him every which way but loose. But on the other side, my quarterback has been nailed to the floor. 9 sacks in the first half. 2 days before my birthday. I get home back to San Fran. I'm driving across the Bay Bridge going to work to Oakland. I call my mom up. Hey, Ma. Because 6 o'clock there is 9 o'clock in Florida. I can't wake my mother up anymore. Hey, Ma. Hey, what's going on? But I know you saw your boy last night on Monday Night Football cutting up bad. Who? Boy, if I want to watch somebody get killed, I watch Law and Order.
No, she did not. Are you serious?
Dan, I said, Ma, I'll talk to you later. Ma called back. Happy birthday. Yeah, I got you, Ma. I'll call you back later.
Oh, my God, that's hardcore.
They made my mama turn off Monday Night Football. My quarterback was getting assaulted that night.
Oh.
I mean, Grant Winstrom and company was lighting Andrew up. And Andrew wasn't no punk. I mean, he was standing on the tracks.
Yeah.
Trying to deliver this thing to Randy Moss. And Moss is...
Right. Oh.
I think it was Moss's worst game there. And it cost Andrew, because Andrew, like, I'm throwing this to Moss.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Not a bad plan normally. Somebody has those games every
Moss
now and
is
then.
dropping this thing left and right. He looking for Jerry Porter to give him some help. Jerry Porter don't want no parts of this game. It was just one of those nights. And I looked at myself, I said, I'm going home.
That was it.
I said, next year will be the last year I'm going home. Then Moss got traded.
Yeah.
No, I left. That was it. No, Moss got traded to New England. I was watching Moss score the 24th and 25th touchdown sitting with Al Davis. And Al Davis looked at me and said, Mike Lombardi said he couldn't run anymore. Never forget it. With 11 French fries, we sit there having dinner watching Tom Brady throw the 49th and 50th touchdown to Randy Moss's 24 and 25 to beat Jerry Rice.
And they were 16-0 that year. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was a
18-1
perfect
season.
year.
Yep, 18-1 season.
So you knew it. You had already been doing TV stuff. Like you had done a few
Not
TV,
really.
not a bunch?
No, the only thing I did, I went to CBS and saw Dion on the set with NFL Today.
Okay.
My bye week after I won the championship. And Rich Eisen in the network used to have me and Michael every Thursday.
And you guys would do your back and forth,
right. Like Nightline.
Yeah.
We did like Nightline. But other than that, no TV.
But I
always had a radio voice, you know that.
Did you?
I had a radio show for years.
I remember you saying that. I don't know why.
Noise World, baby.
It was, but you said after the Super Bowl win in Tampa, even the punters had a radio show. Or was it a long snapper?
Everybody had a radio
show.
Everybody, everybody.
And that's when you knew you were going to be in trouble the next year, at least for a little while, right?
Oh, it was on. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I'm like, are you kidding me? Everybody got a radio show right here. It's unbelievable right here. Everybody's a superstar. Everybody was a star.
So you get out there. You had an idea that you can talk. You like talking. You're good at it. That this was going to be what you would do after.
No, I give Eric Weinberger that. Eric Weinberger called up and was like, "This is you. I'm gonna give you and Marshall. I'm gonna give y'all a show where y'all can go back and forth at each other. Brian Highland's gonna produce it, and we birthed game day morning."
And that was the beginning.
I mean, because Eric believed in me so much, and then I knew Marshall knew football, and we can go back and forth.
Right.
So, and then we had old Spiro up there trying to be the traffic cop, and a couple mornings it got a little too heated for Spiro. Spiro wanted to run out of there.
Spiro's a pretty mellow guy.
I told Spiro, I'm not about to eat you or him. I had breakfast this morning. This is all conversation, baby. So then they brought Mooch in, and then, so then we had the coach who could go both ways, offense, defense. So we birthed game day morning, and it was fun. It was fun. It really gave me a chance to stay into the game because I remember Dancing with the Stars that first Monday after I didn't play for 13 years. And Maurice Green walked by and, he did the one thing you don't do to a bear. You rattle his cage. He came by and was like, "Dog, you're 17-1. I'm like, "What?"
Oh, he's showing you the odds to win Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, he's like 6-1. I'm like, "You can't outdance me in no
Maurice
way."
Green, the track star, was the other guy. Right.
When I was 96 track star, this was 2000 and damn near 2010. I wondered where they found him at. I'm like,
You're
really?
saying it was past his time.
Oh, way
you were
past
ready.
his time. He was a star back when I was a youngster. Now I'm retired. Now he's still a star, all right. But now he done touched my buttons. Talking about he's 6-1 and I'm 17-1. But there was only 13 competitors.
I did not know that. So they had.
I had to beat 3 dead people, Dad, that wasn't even in. Oh, so my blood boils. My blood boils.
They got you fired up.
Oh, my blood was. And I hadn't hit a quarterback all weekend. I was watching football, doing game day morning. Oh, it was on.
So how did you do that? When did they tape that in the fall?
Tape. Live.
Well, I'm sorry. Was the season in the fall? I know it was, but you had to practice the whole week. Right? So you're practicing all week. You're doing game day morning on Sunday.
We danced. I was on TV 5 straight nights, and 4 of them was live TV. I did game day morning on Sunday morning.
Right.
Went and danced Sunday afternoon, and got my.
Like practicing.
No. We'd have to go to the set because Monday is the show. We'd have to dance it on the dance
a full
floor.
rehearsal.
And shape it like we're gonna go from here to that corner to this corner. We had to use the whole dance floor.
Right.
So Kim would drag me around like, we're gonna go from here, Teddy, we're gonna go over here, then we go back here, then we gotta use the whole dance floor. I said, okay, all right. So I knew whenever I go, we going to that one, then we're going to that one, then we're coming back, We'd map it out. But then we dance on Monday, do the results show on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then I'd fly across the country on a red eye, land, drive down to Cherry Hill and do Inside the NFL on Wednesday.
You're doing Inside the NFL too.
Do Inside the NFL on Wednesday. That was the only tape show.
Right.
And then I would fly with Collinsworth to the city that we were doing Thursday night football, TNF.
That was, man, that's a full slate.
So I would dance with Kim, like if I'd get her to come to, like Pittsburgh was our first game.
Right.
So she came over to Pittsburgh on Wednesday. We danced Thursday morning before the production meeting for Thursday night football. Send her back to LA. I fly back Friday. We dance and practice on Friday. Friday's off day. I'd go to a production meeting for game day morning on Sunday, dance that afternoon with her, go home, sleep that night, wake up, go do game day morning, get off, watch a half of football or the beginning of football and then go over there and do the thing with her and then go back and watch the other half, like that.
It must have been almost like like a rookie or second year guy playing football, winning the Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl in their first couple of years. Like, oh, this is normal. Like for you, you must have been like, oh, this is going to be normal. I'm going to be doing this stuff. I know Dancing with the Stars doesn't go forever, but I'm going to be doing this stuff for the next 10 years.
What?
Like
TV?
Just different shows, like different. Like you knew you were going to do NFL Network, but did you?
Yeah, but I wasn't doing no more reality after that. That was it.
Well,
I did that for my daughter. My daughter asked me to do it. Daddy, you're doing. No, she told me I was doing it. Daddy, you're doing it. And that was it. So I got to go do it. That was it. I wasn't doing no more TV.
You knew you weren't pursuing other stuff like that down the road. We got an alarm going off in here. I think we're okay.
We good. That is. No, I wasn't pursuing.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I wasn't.
So you knew that.
No. I didn't want a reality show. I want a fishing show though. I want a fishing show.
How have you never gotten a fishing show?
Because your show either has to be about drama or they're controlling it. And I ain't with controlling me, and I don't do drama.
What was that show that you did? Oh, you did Judge Sapp. What was that on?
Oh my God.
Was that YouTube?
YouTube. They went down to the civil courthouse and asked 30 people, will they sign off a waiver and let me be the binding in their case?
So it was like arbitration essentially, only you were the judge.
I was the judge, like we went to a mediator,
right.
And I was the mediator, but it was legally binding. Those 30 cases I did was legally binding.
That's awesome.
Absolutely legally
so
binding.
Did you shoot that in a courthouse?
No, we shot it in like a
studio.
Like this, and we turned it into one.
Right.
All we needed was a little walkway, and I'm behind the judge and 2 desks. That's it. We didn't have an audience. Yeah, we did. We had a couple people in the audience. It was the other people that was waiting to go for their It was the other people waiting for their case. So we had like the complainant and the defendants on each side like that. Yeah, it was crazy, but it was cool as hell. I should have did a lot more wilder. I should have been going crazier.
Who came to you with that? Who produced that?
Some rabbit something. It was a long time
So,
ago.
out in L.A.
Somebody came to me and was like, yo, we want to do Judge Sapp. I'm like, okay.
That's hilarious.
We had a blast. That was a good time.
What
did that lady do? She did some show she was telling me about, but I forget.
Well, there's so many now. There's all these platforms. There's one, Quibi. Which I haven't even. I joined it. I've been here.
Pay for that.
I've been here. I think it's.
They want you to pay for that.
It's $4 or $5 or something. Yeah, it's.
Dan, I don't have $60 to give away for 6 minutes of video that I don't watch.
Well, that's part of the problem is that I still haven't logged into it yet.
And you paying.
And I'm paying. I haven't logged into it yet.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
They want you to forget about it. It's almost like the dollar with Candy Crush.
I never played Candy Crush.
Women do all the time. I play Candy Crush too.
I was afraid I would.
But they. Oh no, it'll get you.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm on like 1,600 and something level. But I mean, it's just a way to pass time when you're in an airport or sitting on a plane.
Well, that's why I think all the videos are less than 10 minutes, right?
No, they're 6.
6 minutes. You
ain't even got to this, and you paying. I can't believe
I know.
you.
Well, I've just been hearing about it forever.
Because
and they've been paying so much money
because
for content.
Quibi was supposed to launch and get you enticed and then pay.
Right. But I don't know if they changed it because of COVID or what happened.
Yep, they changed it.
Yeah. No, I don't. There's just there's so many different platforms.
I just can't see 6 minutes of my life that I can never get back.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you're playing Candy Crush, some people would say you're not getting that back either.
Yeah, but I'm not paying for it.
Oh, that's valid. You got me there.
When you talk about free entertainment, baby, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for.
Well, I'm assuming you pay for Netflix.
Netflix gives me a variety of shows.
It is unbelievable. I log on to Netflix, and I'll be honest with you.
I
have a little ADD. It is a daunting task to go on. There's so much content. I mean, there's tons.
Have you ever seen You?
No.
Oh my God, you got to see Joe. You, Y-O-U. My daughter gave me this. Holy smokes, it's 2 seasons. You'll call me in a week and thank me. Holy smokes, you'll binge watch this.
Have you seen Bloodline?
Oh no.
Family down in like Alamorada. Yeah.
Is that the people that found the grouper? The square grouper?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
different one.
Okay.
Get into some weird stuff. Start like dealing drugs and running it through their little bed and breakfast. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's pretty good. And of course, you had to have watched Ozark.
No.
You haven't watched Ozark either? Jason Bateman?
They keep trying to tell me this about $500 million dope he got to get rid of or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit too extreme.
In the Ozarks? It's good.
That's a little too extreme.
Yeah. It's
Have you seen The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
The Wonderful Whites. Yes. Yes.
I'm glad somebody else watched
yes,
that.
I have. And
Was that not a crazy-ass family?
It was about 5 years ago.
Was that not a crazy-ass family?
That was some weird shit.
I saw the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. I said, I got to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, because
It's.
I wanted to know what it was.
Well, so did I. And I'm like, that really exists.
Holy smokes.
That's some crazy shit. And I can't even remember what platform that was on or
It was
HBO
just
or
there.
just
It was
there.
trending or something.
Yeah.
And because you watched something else, they gave that to you as an
Yeah.
option. And I think it was behind Tiger King. But you said 5 years ago.
Yeah, no, I watched
I
it
don't
way,
know.
way
See,
before
I just
Tiger
got
King.
Netflix.
You just got Netflix.
There's nothing wrong with the regular TV in the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you watch a lot of news. You watch a lot of news.
Thank you.
You are.
Unless you tell me it's a good movie on. Like HBO used to have a new movie every Saturday night at 9. Where did that go, HBO?
Yeah.
A new movie every Saturday night at 9.
Do you watch anything on network television on a regular basis that's a show? No, I'm not talking about news.
Oh, no. I tape it. How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay. I used to watch This Is Us. It was a family show, but that's it.
Homeland just ended.
But Homeland's Showtime.
I know. That don't
No,
count.
I mean like ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox.
Don't disrespect me.
Nothing.
That's so.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you like a
Hey,
friend.
hey,
No,
we're
I
not
got it. I
spring
got it for you.
chicken.
No, I got one for you. You know how Sterling Sharp used to always say fan ball?
Yeah.
That's what ABC, NBC, and the Grey's Anatomy. That's fan ball.
There's just.
What do you watch?
I watch Netflix, Ozark.
No, I'm saying anything on
No,
the network.
not a single thing.
They're horrid.
HBO,
They're
Showtime,
horrid.
Homeland, Billions.
I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me that you stereotype the hell out of Blackish and all of these things and mixed family. They did a mixed family too, didn't they? Unbelievable.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's a
on
new one. I haven't
CBS.
seen
Yeah,
that.
on CBS. You ought to be shot. Oh.
All the amount of money, I'm sure you've seen it before, but the amount of money that Netflix spends on creating content is like
That's what you want.
5x
That's
any
what you
other
want.
network.
That's
or
why
studio.
you go there,
Right.
because there's always something that's going to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this cookie cutter shit. Oh, come on, man. I'm so sick of it.
Like the remakes and all
Oh, I'm
that stuff.
so sick of it. And now they want to clean up TV and take the Dukes of Hazzard and go on with the win and all of that off. Come on, don't stop it now.
I'll be curious to see where we go from here, because the way we grew up as 8 o'clock, you're watching this show on Tuesday night or Thursday night.
Friday night,
you know,
8 o'clock, it was
Cosby
Knight Rider.
Show or Knight
Friday
Rider,
night, 9
Dukes of
o'clock, it
Hazzard.
was Miami Vice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
what?
or Friday
Dallas.
Night Videos or
Remember
something.
Dallas?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Who
my
shot
parents used to always
JR?
watch that.
Oh, we used to race home after watching my brother play Friday night football. And we'd get home by 10 o'clock to watch Dallas.
To watch Dallas.
Watch Dallas.
The good old days when
good old days,
But pre-cable, like I didn't have cable until.
I had 4 channels.
Till
NBC, ABC,
sixth
CBS,
grade.
and then Vern showed up with Fox with the Kids Club. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was unbelievable, baby. We had 4 channels. I tell my kids all the time, I said, baby, do you realize TV used to go off? My daughter said, what do you mean, Dad? I say, it would be an Indian head up there with some color
bars in the back.
Oh, and they'd buzz you for 60 seconds, and then it'd just go, and TV was off.
Well, we used to talk about. I was on this fishing trip with my buddies.
Uh-huh.
Just talking about, and I have to name them: Jason Farmer, Scott Coleman, because I owe them a little cash because I lost some fishing bets. But if I said their name on the podcast, then I get to wipe that slate clean.
No, I ain't gonna wipe the slate clean.
Brandon Guy.
As long as you owe them, they'll never go broke.
They just said, I'm like, no, I'll just pay the money. They're like, all right, you could just mention us on the podcast. I'm like, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, there it is.
I mean, it's my podcast.
There
so
it is.
fuck
Hey,
it.
You gotta ask for the network, man.
I know. I'm like, I don't know. You
Fellas.
can do that. You know how
You didn't do that. You played the I don't know if I can do that on my podcast.
Well, I didn't think about it. I'm not used to doing a podcast, right? I'm so
Oh, I
used to
forgot.
somebody
You're
saying,
not rich.
hey,
I forgot. It's my other host.
they
It ain't
say-
the humble
your other
host.
host,
It's
right.
the other host.
You know how sometimes you would sneak something into a show. You
Mm-hmm.
would say like a word or something, and somebody at home watch. Oh,
No.
They text
I
you
used
something.
to say the Dolphins for my dude Mamelli all the time. All the time. One time for the Dolphins for Mamelli. I used to do it all the time when I picked the games.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Oh,
stick
yeah.
somebody in all the time. That's when I stuck my friends in on the picks. They're not paying attention. They just
No.
want to hear, and they already know what you got, and they just want to hear you say it so they can stick the graphic up. They're not paying attention to what we were saying.
I know. It was so
I think
bad.
one time I picked the other team and they put the graphic.
Wrong team. Changed my mind. I changed my mind.
No, I didn't change my mind, but now I'm changing my mind.
No,
Now I'm changing.
if you wanna drive a
Yeah.
producer
No,
crazy.
no. I've already gone through it say the other team, they put it up, and then Rich catches it. You know Rich catches everything.
Oh, of course.
Hey, wait a minute, Warren. Hey, that's my pick. You asked, I'm telling you. That gets the graphic guy off of you. Cause you're
What about that crew, that game day morning crew, do you miss the most?
The production meetings.
Who was when you left, who was producing that show? Giant?
No, Charlie.
Charlie, okay.
Yuck still had it. Yuck still had it.
Production meetings are fun. You guys would get into it.
Dude. Eric came in with a wild idea one time to my.
Eric Weinberger, the executive producer.
Yeah, Eric Weinberger, they used to run the spot.
Yeah.
So, is he still there?
No.
No. So, he was talking about putting cameras in this thing.
In the production meeting. We used to always talk about that, but you know, you can't do it.
You couldn't.
Just too
no,
much
it's
shit
raw. It's
meeting.
raw.
Yeah.
It's raw. What I used to say to Kurt every week could never be in America's ears. No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he was a good foil for you.
No, Kurt was I was the foil for him.
Well, either
I
way,
wanted to bring him out the shell.
Right.
But I would respect my good Christian guy and not wild out in front of him. That's just it's like just having the respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you go against somebody in the trenches and he stands on that track and won't move and you gotta move him off that track, that's a brother for life.
Yeah.
And then we used to wake up and do that thing at 6 in the morning. That's a brother for double life.
Yeah.
On the field, off the field, anything the kids need, any charity, whatever, call me, I got you. That's my brothers right there. That's what I miss, because that production meeting was just us.
What?
It was raw. It was just us.
Well, I remember hearing about it all, and it was always a challenge when you talk to the producers, because you have all these alphas that
you're like, how do you fit them into this show?
Right. How do you get what everybody wants to say? And even though it was a 3-4 hour show, you always felt like a 4-hour show.
4, and then went to 8 on Super Bowl Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You still didn't feel like you had enough time sometimes to let everybody say what they wanted to say.
But the thing about it was, we respected each other to where I'm going to let you go. And then if Marshall and Michael got a good one going, you don't want him from no defensive tackle. Y'all go ahead, cut that up.
Right.
We do it right there now. Sapp, you want to say something? I'll be shaking my head. Nah, let him go.
Right.
Let him go. Let him go. That's much better TV than
For
me
sure.
cutting in and saying something about a defensive tackle or some turnover bull junk. Let him go.
But that's because you respected each other on that set.
We had already did everything we needed to do before we ever got to that set. So once we was on that set, it was your ball, my ball. We had fun.
Right.
Because if we ain't having fun, this 4 hours going to drag like hell. We out here fighting. We going to kill each other after these 4 hours.
Give me the ideal scenario for the next 10 years for Warren Sapp. What is the perfect script for you?
You just gave me a decade?
Yeah, give me
Jesus, I got a college stint, like 4 years, but that's
all right. Give me 5 years.
No, I'll think about it. 10 years. You just made my daughter almost 33 years old.
It's crazy to think about, right?
You making me a grandfather. That's what I'm thinking about right now, because I'm about to hit 50, so now I'm about to hit 60.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan, I don't want no parts of this damn scenario. I love you to death, but I don't want any part. Alive and well. Because when you've done and seen what I've done, I just want to walk my little girls down the aisle.
Yeah.
I want to hold my grandbaby if the good Lord blesses me to have one. You know, because the resume's set, the bus is in Canton, the name's on the wall in Raymond James. They retired my jersey in high school. They retired my jersey in Miami. There ain't much I can ask for, except life, health, and strength. You know, my mother used to always tell me all the time, boy, only thing you got to worry about is staying black and die right. I got staying black down pat. Now I got to work on this die right. I'm going to stay black. Now I got to work on die right there. So the only thing I would ever ask is to be alive, you know. I hear about, you know, like a friend of mine over his grandma just passed away at 99. I said, shit, sign me up right now. Sign me up for 99 years on this earth right now. I'm 47 years old. Sign me up for what, 52 more? I'm in.
I just want to get to 90. That's my goal.
Sign me up for 90.
Get me to 90.
43 more do it too, Dan. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I used to say 84 was all right by me. You know what I'm saying? Just alive. Give me 10 years, I'm alive, my baby's alive, and I get to, you know, still call my good friends, go fishing. That's all I want, baby.
I love it.
I'm easy.
I love it.
I'm an easygoing country boy. You know this. I just get riled up about this and that every now and then, but I don't bite. My bark's way worse than my bite.
Your bark is worse than your bite, but you never know sometimes, Warren. It's so funny. There are certain things I can't tell. Like we would have production meetings, and I'd be like, all right,
Is he hot?
What's going through Warren's mind right now? When you would bring those little tees in with the balls in them, you know what I'm talking about?
The Bobas was the best.
It was great. It was great. I mentioned it one time. You brought me in one the next day.
Yeah.
But you just never. It was interesting because you just never knew what would set you off. Sometimes it would be the most innocuous thing, and I'd be.
And it always was a little pebble in my shoe.
Yeah.
It was never the boulder in the middle of the room because I could see him.
Yeah.
It was the pebble in my shoe that was gonna make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's always been that way. Is it less that way now?
Way less now. Way less now.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I am putting a microscope that I put on myself because I'm my worst critic. When I examine something I do, I look at it in the worst possible terms.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and you get anything away from that worst is all right by me. Because I know where I'm taking myself to. I'm taking myself all the way to the extreme. And now I realize they just don't get it.
Yeah.
They might want taught it. They might don't know it. And what I've learned over the years is what you learn after you know it all, that really counts.
It's true.
That's what I tell my children all the time. I say, how much do you know, baby? I know a lot, Daddy. I say, well, whoa, as soon as you learn something more than a lot, that's what really counts.
You have had so many life experiences, good and bad.
Yeah.
Give me one do-over.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 2015. I'd still be at the bar with Yuck and the rest of them drinking.
Arizona.
Yeah, it took my extended family away from me that I really enjoyed having a good time with. It used to be a bitch to fly across the country, but when I got there, it was a good time, you know. It just, that was like my routine.
Right.
Yeah, took my concierge key away, too.
You're not flying much anymore.
You know those 3,000 miles coming handy, boy, you going back and forth, boy. Boy, they used to love to see me at the airport. I could get the people come pick me up at the front of the airport and drive me to the plane, boy.
You know what's funny is I remember seeing that video of you, and I was upset. I was so disappointed for you. You know what I mean? Like I was so bummed out.
You know what the thing about it was? I was sitting there explaining something I didn't have to say a word about because I hadn't done anything.
Right.
But when you wake a brother up, he's a little ornery.
Yeah.
It woke me up.
To your point. And I think it's interesting because you talk about that camaraderie because you've gone through so many others, like the bankruptcy, for instance. But that
was nothing.
That you get through that.
No, that's personal.
Right.
Because most people think, bankruptcy, you don't have a nice house, you don't have a nice car, you don't have things.
Right.
That's so far from like you get those wild ass comments on Twitter like, where's your Super Bowl ring and all of this and all that at the house.
Right.
Like with the shoes and underwear and the rest of this shit. I mean, come on. But it's also perception versus reality.
Sure.
And everybody outside of your situation will perceive it as the worst thing that they've ever heard about you.
Right.
Trust me, I've been there quite a few times. And it just weeds out the people that really don't love you.
Well, and that's a good.
No, it weeds out the people that really don't love you. You really find out because your phone will flat foot go bone dry and
really?
not ring, not flash. If you don't touch it, it won't light up.
How much did that bother you?
Not even a little bit. Because I didn't have my phone at the time. It was confiscated. So when I got it back, I think 651 messages was in that thing. I was like, holy smokes, they do like Fat Boy a little bit.
But you were able to find out who your people were, though.
Oh, no.
Your real people.
Dan, when you get into something that turns the nose or wrinkles the ruffles of some, good old people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Trust me, they'll fall right off.
Yeah.
They'll fall off like the leaves in autumn.
You seem so incredibly happy right now. You're just living.
Dude,
you're enjoying. I can't
listen,
wait. I can't wait for you to be a grandpa.
Other than not going with y'all every week, every now and then, back and forth, because you just miss it. I mean, because I watched Michael Irvin get on there ranting and raving. I would have grabbed him underneath the table and grabbed that leg. You got to grab that leg. Hold on, Mike. That's off the deep end, baby. Say, come on back on solid ground now. Don't get over there with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys and go swimming in Blue Lake, Blue Land.
He'll do that.
That's what he's gonna do. Yeah. But that was me. Come on back. Come on back. It's all right to get that check from boss, but don't go that far. Don't go that far. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, but don't go that far.
Yeah.
You know, it's just little things. Other than that, though, I really am at peace, man. I really am. I get up and I go fish. You know, I'm a certified diver now.
I saw that. I didn't know you were certified. Well, you have to be certified to go down because you get the certification.
Yeah.
You were diving on a shipwreck. Where was that?
That's the second largest underwater structure in the world, the Vanderbilt. They turned it into, it used to be a Navy destroyer, and it did 2 missions in World War II, and they brought it back and they turned it into a radar center with big old dish on it and everything. But Irma snatched the dish. Yeah, right there, about 4 miles right off of Key West's shore.
How much trouble do you have clearing your ears when you go down? Because that's what killed me. I bruised my eardrums. I got certified too when I used to live in West Palm.
No, soon as I hit that BC to release that air and I go down, right now. Boop,
Then you're good.
boop.
I feel like when I get down to like 20, 30
all right,
feet.
when I go right there, I go boop, and then when I get about 30, I go again, and when I get about
And you just
60, I go
clear 'em
again.
again?
Yeah, you just blow them.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
So is that something you're gonna keep doing a lot of?
Less than 3% of the world's population has been 50 feet down.
It's a different world down there.
You're not in control.
It's a different world.
You're not in control.
Yeah.
You got to abide by all the don't touch rules and check your air, and you only can be down there so long.
Yeah.
It's rules to follow. I didn't have many rules at the 3 technique. I could bend them rules any way I wanted to. As long as I made the play, I could bend this rule. Tell Brooks, I'm going renegade, cover anything that's left. I got you back.
No room for error at 50 to 100 feet
There's
below water.
no room for error. And you better have a dive buddy that you trust, because if it goes wrong, it's you, them, and death.
But there may not be anything more peaceful in the world than swimming at those depths. That's the thing that took me. I felt like I was on a different planet.
You are. It's almost like being in outer space.
Yeah.
You really are, because there's different forms of gravity down there, and then you got this monster that'll come by and look at you every now and then.
Crazy.
We saw a manta ray the other day at Vanderbilt.
Did you really? How big?
About 5 feet wide. I'm talking about a monster manta ray. It was so big that the guy that was diving with us ran up to tell the other dude on the boat, and he put his goggles on and jumped just trying to see it, because they had never seen. I mean, it's a rarity to see a manta ray down there like that.
He's a diver. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is Warren Sapp. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime and twice on Sunday. You know this.